For many years now, the major talking point of anti-immigrant politicians and activists was that they don't oppose legal immigration. They just resent undocumented immigrants breaking the law. But on Wednesday, the Trump administration finally stopped pretending and endorsed a measure by Senator Tom Cotton and David Perdue to slash the legal immigration in half. Sent out to defend the idea to the press was White House policy advisor Stephen Miller, a longtime Senate staffer for Jeff Sessions, who before becoming an attorney general was one of the Congress's biggest hardliners on immigration. In 2016, Miller appeared on a radio show with now White House chief strategist Stevie Bannon. Bannon mused that the beating heart of the immigration problem is not illegal immigration. We have looked the other way on this legal immigration that's kinda overwhelmed the country. So friends, my name is Siddharth and I'm going to talk about what is in the RAISE Act and how it will change the US immigration policies if implemented. Let us understand the intentions of the RAISE Act. The RAISE Act, that stands for Reforming American Immigration for Strong Employment, attempts at reducing the number of legal immigrants by 50% over the next 10 years. This means that the legal immigrants who have been waiting for that green card and have been wanting to bring their families into United States of America would have to wait a bit much longer than what they actually intended to. However, the proposals are a long way off being made a law. They are likely to face resistance in Congress from Democrats and some Republicans. So how does the RAISE Act intend to cut down on the legal immigration? The idea behind cutting down the legal immigration is cutting down the green cards that are offered out every year. Every year in the United States of America, 1 million people get this green card, and this is given to people who are over the age of 18 and are allowed to live and work in the United States of America. The other name for these green cards is permanent residency cards, and under the RAISE Act, this number, the million number, would be cut down into half and would come down to 500,000 a year, which means any legal immigrant who has been waiting for a green card would have to at least wait double the time before the green card arrives into his mailbox. The RAISE Act also intends to change the employment-based green cards to point-based green cards. More than 140,000 employment-based green cards are issued in the United States of America every year, and at the moment people from outside the United States can apply in three categories, with the top priority given to foreign nationals who have extraordinary ability in the fields including science and athletics, or who are multinational managers or outstanding researchers. This will change into a point-based system that considers factors including educational levels, age, future salary, similar to the systems used in Canada and Australia. Let us understand what the point-based system would be. The system would prioritize English speakers and those who can support themselves and their families financially and demonstrate skills that contribute to the US economy. Applicants would have to get at least 30 points as judged by their number 1, highest educational qualifications. So a person will get 13 points for a US doctorate, 1 point for a US or foreign high school diploma. Number 2, age. People over 50 would get no points, with younger people being judged on a sliding scale from 2 to 10 points. So the younger you are, the more points you would get. Number 3, ability at English. This would be judged by a test. Number 4, future salary. 13 points for a job offer that paid 300% of the median for their destination state. Number 5, investments. 12 points for a $1.8 million investment in a US business. And number 6, achievements. 15 points for an Olympic medal and 25 points for a Nobel Prize. So if you are a Nobel Prize winner, you just need 5 more points to get into the scheme. Let us just say the RAISE Act intends to make life miserable for the new immigrants. There shall be no welfare for the new immigrants, and new holders of the green card would not be eligible for any means tested federal benefits for 5 years after arriving. At present, people who have extended family members living legally in the United States are prioritized for green cards. If the RAISE Act is passed, this preference would be removed. The adult children of immigrants would not be prioritized anymore either. Preference would instead be given to spouses and children under the age of 18. One new measure would be created, and that would be if a US resident had a sick parent, that parent could be allowed to enter the US for a renewable 5-year visa as long as the resident promised to be financially responsible for them. So the whole law changes and the priorities would be changed if the RAISE Act is implemented. The diversity visa program is also going to be scrapped. Every year, millions of people applied for a green card lottery, and 50,000 were successful. These belong to countries from where the admissions into the US was the lowest, and this program was started by the Congress 2 decades ago, so it was a way to get into the US without having any family links or employment prospects required by other methods. The only qualification for this lottery was you should have finished high school and should have had a job. So now this program will also be scrapped under the RAISE Act. The RAISE Act also intends to cut down the number of refugees that entered United States of America every year. Former President Barack Obama pledged before leaving office that he would admit 110,000 refugees every year, and this proposal would cut down that number to 50,000, although this particular draft law does not touch on seasonal visas for guest workers. So friends, this is what is going to happen if the RAISE Act becomes a law, and in fact in the coming times going to the United States of America and living in United States of America would be just a gamble. In fact, one would be living in a lot of uncertainty if this act becomes a law. So I hope you have understood what this RAISE Act exactly intends to do via this video, and thank you so much for watching and have a nice day.